Are you ready for today's handwriting session? I hope you are, and I hope you've done your pizza day boogie so that you are ready, just like we've done every day this week so far. So yesterday was Wednesday, which means that today is Thursday, and it is Thursday, the 11th of February. 2021. So just like with our other handwriting videos, pause it now, copy down the date. Okay, well done for doing that. So handwriting for today, we are going to carry on with our list 3 of our high frequency words. Here it is, and we're going to be doing our last word on the list today, which means that tomorrow we'll be moving on to list 4. But before we start the handwriting, let's practice reading these words. Okay, so we're going to go in a different order, and off we go. Can, but, that, at, we, but, with, can, his, all, at, but, with, go a bit quicker, we, at, all, his, that, but, with, at, can, his. Okay, good. And it is his that we are going to be focusing on today. So we've got the letter H, the letter I, and the letter S. So it's the 3 different handwriting families again. We've got the one-armed robot for the letter H, we've got the ladder letter I, and we've got the caterpillar letter S. So let's start off with the letter H, because that's what the word starts with. All right, so you should be getting really familiar with these now. So here is the letter H over here. So what we will do, we will start on the line, we will go up to the top of the robot, down the robot, then we're going to go up and over his arm, down and flick. Now we had this one in our word yesterday, didn't we? In the word that. So extra practice today with it. So let's turn the board around so you can see it properly. Watch me first, then you're going to have a go. So the letter H, we start on the line, up to the top of the robot, down the same robot, up and over his arm, down and flick. Starting on the line, up to the top of the robot, down, up and over his arm, down and flick. So you have a go at doing some of those for me, please. So pause the video and then come back for the letter I. Brilliant. Okay, so ladder letter I now. Now, it's not going to be the tall ladder, is it? It's not a long ladder. It is a short ladder. So here it is here. And we're going to start on the line. And we go up the short ladder, down the short ladder and flick. Take my pen off and dot. Okay, so we've got to make sure it's not the long ladder, okay, because otherwise it will look like an L with a dot on top. All right, so we've got to make sure that it's a short ladder. So watch me. So starting on the line, we go up the short ladder, we go down the same short ladder, we flick, take my pen or pencil off and dot. And remember, it's not a massive dot, it's just a dot that we can see. All right, so watch me one more time. Starting on the line, we go up the short ladder, down the short ladder and flick, take my pen off and dot. So pause the video and do some of those for me, please. Brilliant, well done you. And now for the final letter of the word his. So it is a caterpillar letter. So here's the caterpillar here, the S here, sorry. All right, so we're going to start on the line. We're going to go curl around the caterpillar's head and stop. Then we snake around the body and the snake starts to slither away. So starting on the line, we curl up to the caterpillar's head and stop. We snake around the body and then it starts to slither away. All right, so watch me. and then you're going to have a go. So starting on the line, curl up to the caterpillar's head and stop. Snake around the caterpillar's body, and then it starts to slither away. All right, it's really important that it starts to slither away afterwards, because that gets us ready to join to the next letter when we're ready to join. Okay, so watch me one more time. Starting on the line, we curl up to the caterpillar's head and we stop. We snake around the body, and then it starts to slither away. All right, so have a good go at doing those as well, and then come back when you have finished. All right, so now what we're going to do, we're going to put those 3 letters together to make the word his. All right, so watch the screen. Make sure that I am forming my letters correctly, please. Okay, your turn to be the teacher. Make sure I'm doing a good job. So the letter H. So I need to start on the line. We go up to the top of the robot. We go down. Then we go up and over his arm, down and flick. Letter I, it's a short ladder letter. Starting on the line, we go up the short ladder, down the same short ladder and flick, pen off, dot. Then the letter S, the S sound. Starting on the line, we curl up to the caterpillar's head and we stop. We snake around the body, and then it slithers away. Now, remember, like I said yesterday, we're talking and thinking about making sure that our letters are the same size. Okay, now you can see from mine that they all are. Okay, I haven't got some that are massive, I haven't got some that are tiny. They are all consistent, they are all very similar. Okay, now I forgot to say, when we're doing the letter H, it's really important, like I said yesterday, to go up to the top of the robot. Okay, because if we don't, it looks like the letter N. Okay, and we don't want it to look like a letter N, we want it to look like a H. So make sure that you go up to the top of the robot. Okay, so what I want you to do, pause the video, have a go at writing the word his. And I want you to write it at least 3 times, so more than 3 if you can. Then come back and we're going to put it into a sentence. Right, so our sentence is a very similar sentence to the ones that we've been writing all week, and it is, I had his sweets. I had his sweets. So what I'd like you to do is have a go at doing it on your own, remembering these 4 rules. You should know these off by heart now, okay, because we show them so many times. So capital letters, finger spaces, full stops, and check your work to make sure that it makes sense, and you're checking it to make sure that you've done your handwriting correctly as well. So have a go, then come back and I will help you and show you my sentence. So I had his sweets. Off you go. Right, well done to you for giving that a good go. So I'm going to have a go now, and you're going to watch, and you're going to look at your sentence at the same time that I'm doing mine. Okay, so I had his sweets. So the first word is the word I. Now remember, when you're talking about yourself and you are using that word I, it is always the tricky word I. Okay, there we go. So I'm starting on this side of the board, just because that's where we start writing from, on the left hand side of a page. So I, next word, had. Now before I write my next word, I need to remember that finger space. So had, so another opportunity for us to practice the H. So I'm starting on the line, up to the top of the robot, down the robot, up and over his arm, down and flick. Good. What comes next? Ah, good. So starting on the line, up to the caterpillar's head and stop, all the way around, down and flick. Good. Next one is a D, D, the letter D. So it's quite similar to a letter A, isn't it? We're going to start on the line, go up to the caterpillar's head and stop, all the way around his body, up, up, down, down, flick. I had. Now it's the word his, the one that you've been practicing. So leave a finger space and his. So up to the top of the robot, down, up and over, down and flick. Then we need the I. So short ladder letter, starting on the line, up the short ladder, down the short ladder, flick, pen off and dot, and so starting on the line, curl up to the caterpillar's head and stop, snake around the body, and the snake slithers away. I had his. Got no room there, so remind me what I need to do. Good, I need to come to the next line. So we're going to have a go at writing the word sweets. Okay, now we wrote the word sweet yesterday, didn't we? Now all we need to do to that word is just add another s to the end, because that means that there's more than one sweet. So I had his sweets. So let's have a go at sounding out the word sweet first of all. Eat, sweet. Good. So another, so starting on the line, curl up to the caterpillar's head, snake around his body, snake slithers away. Then we need a ooh. Okay, so we start on the line, we go up to the top, we zigzag once, we zigzag twice, and we flick. Okay, making sure that when we do our W and we go up and zigzag, that all the zigzags are at the same height. Okay, so I had his E. Now we need to make the E sound. What can you see? E. So we start on the line, go up to the caterpillar's head, over the top and around, and the same again. Start on the line, we go up to the caterpillar's head, over the top and around. Sweet. So we need a T. So starting on the line, we go up the tall ladder, down, down, flick, take my pen off and cross. But we don't want it to say sweet, we want it to say sweets. So we need to add that S to the end. So starting on the line, we curl up to the caterpillar's head and stop, snake around and slither away. And I'm just looking at my sentence reminders, and it's reminded me about my full stop. So what do you think? Have we remembered everything? Have I remembered my capital letter? Good. Have I remembered all my finger spaces? Yes. Full stop? Yes. Have I written a sentence that makes sense? Yes. And have I started all my letters on the line? Yes, I have. So if you've done the same, well done to you. So come back tomorrow for the last handwriting session of the week. But another super effort today, everybody. Well done.